today. It's gonna rain today. I actually didn't realize it might rain today. So Louis might have to be extra careful if he's gonna go grocery shopping in this rain. Well, it's not raining right now at this very moment, but it really looks like it's gonna rain. Let me show y'all for a second. Look at that. It's gonna rain. It is so gonna rain. Anyways, so I have a lot to talk to you guys about this morning. Kenneth Cook, what's up, dude? It's me again. Welcome back, bro. Welcome back. You're the first one here actually today. I want to talk about everything I put in today's title for today's vlog, really. So I want to talk about this. So it's gonna be kind of important because it's about what happened to me before again. But welcome back to you and stuff. But anyway, so yesterday there was a lot happening yesterday. Like, no, nothing depressing, no, nothing crazy, nothing like that, right? But there's just a lot happened yesterday. Just a lot happened, right? So after my brother went to work yesterday, I decided to try to get on like Deltarune / Undertale a little bit yesterday. And I looked around and started walking around as Chris, because you're in control of Chris, right? In Deltarune anyway. And I remember, because I have a save point in chapter 1+2, like at the Jebel door. And I went in there and I did like 1, maybe 2 attempts, and then immediately got off because, well, then I tried to open Undertale after that, but I did like 1 or 2 attempts, and what video games you often really do come back to, and I'm referring to OG video games that are the best games of all time. Ever since I put like all video games down, really the only ones I've been like, okay, but actually to answer a question better, actually, back then what I would do would be like, I would always return to like Super Mario Brothers like 1, Sonic 2, maybe Luigi's Mansion. Like, some of my favorite games I would go back to are probably some of those. But recently I've just been all over Undertale, so Undertale and Deltarune, like both of them respectively. And just been all over that. So you quit video games? It's more, I wouldn't say, it's kind of complicated, because it is yes, but it also is like no in a way, because it's like I still do have it. Let me just explain better, okay? So I gave it 1 to 2 attempts, like on and off. Yeah, sorta, kinda on and off. It's weird, right? Because let me explain, right? So I was on the game for like 5-10 minutes, and then I remember I got this immediate fucking headache. Like, I got this headache, my body started jittering, like, my heart was like, it felt like it was being squeezed, really tight, like getting held on too tightly and stuff. And after all that, I immediately got off, because I was like, nope. Yep, nope. Can't do it. Can't do it. I can't do it. Sorry. I'm not gonna do it anymore, Because like I said, I can't go through the stress, so, I can't go through the stress, the anxiety, the anger of it all. It's just, I get off all the time, yeah. Video games that I will go back to, which I understand, it's 50-50. Basically, that's your answer. Sort of, yeah, but like, it's kind of different in my case, because like, I've been stressing on these video games for so long that, I kind of snapped and wanted to end my own life in Minecraft. Go in Minecraft and like, I don't know, jump off a tall cliff in Minecraft and just do it, or something like that, because I didn't think there. Anyways, it goes into more things than that, but My point is video games have caused me to be something else in a lot of ways, and things happened. Okay, but back to what I was saying about those many times. So after like Undertale just basically being a black screen, I got off to try to recover my headache that I got. Like trying to recover my headache by watching videos, sitting back and doing what actually relaxes me now is just sitting back, relaxing, watching YouTube, not playing anything, not talking to nobody, not interacting with anything, not doing anything so fucking hard, just fucking nothing. Another thing I think that bothered me yesterday was freaking Nick and Void specifically, like, fucking bothering me. And I want to talk about that because, as you guys know, I'm going through this sort of state of mind where, you know, I'm done playing video games. I don't want to play video games. I don't want to hang out with my friends. I don't want to do any of those things anymore, you know, or not anymore. I still want to hang out with them. But the point is, I don't want to do any of that right now. I feel like I'm kind of morphing into somebody new, you know? And I don't know. I feel like when I talk to friends, you know, when I talk to my homies, when I get hyperactive with everybody, I don't want to feel that anymore, you know? I don't want to be... It's weird because it's like... I still have you on my... Okay, that is weird. Alright, what you talking about, gang? I'm talking about just me, real quick. Like, what I got going on in my life currently and stuff. That's what I'm talking about, brother. You're welcome. Do you hear a voice in your head? No, I do not. I think you need an extended break. I'm going to talk about that here in a second, because I remember my dad was talking about that, but here we go, right? So, I don't want to hang out with anybody. I feel like the only way for me to truly have a break is if, and I'm serious about this, I figured this out, is I'm talking to no one. I am only focusing on my own things, right? No texting, no calling, all right? I'm sitting back on my bed watching videos, and that's like my truest relaxed state, right? And then, right, no one texting me, no one talking to me, no one fucking doing nothing with me. And I've been doing this for the past couple of days. I said, bro, if you guys want to see me, if you guys want to talk to me, if you guys want to interact with me, come over here on stream when I do these vlogs. Other than that, I want to be completely alone. Because I'm taking my time to truly relax. And that's what I want to spend my time doing, right? But I remember Boyd and Nick kept texting me saying, yo, what's good? Let's hang out. Let's go do this. Let's go do that and shit. And I'm like, bro, guys, I have made multiple fucking videos, right, about wanting to be alone. Alright? Y'all are adding so much fucking, y'all are fucking making me tense up, because I tense up very easy, right? Or I, you know, stress very easily and stuff. So it's not hard to get me stressed out. Like right now, I'm probably stressing myself out by getting into this tone, kind of thinking this way a little bit, all this stuff, right? It kind of stresses me out / tires me out a little bit more than if I'm just relaxed going into a conversation, right? It's like, guys, leave me alone, man. You know? I'm done, man. I don't want to talk to you. If you want to talk to me so bad, come to a fucking stream. And no, I'm not getting a therapist. I actually legit hate therapy. I legit hate therapists. I don't fuck with any of that. And after I told Void that, Void just said, sorry, man, I'll fuck off, you know? And then Nick said something along the lines of like how he relaxes or whatever, right? And I'm like, bro, this isn't about how, you know, how you would relax or go about things. I'm trying to go about things my own way, right? It's time to back the fuck up from me, alright? Clearly I don't want to talk to nobody, which is why I'm trying to exit the conversation with you and all that other sort of stuff. I'm trying to diverge a conversation with you. Not because I hate you, but because I want nothing to do with you right now. I want to relax. I'm tired of it. I'm done. I'm going this way. And it got so bad yesterday that I called up Chris yesterday. I said, dude, I am so sick of these guys right now. I called up Chris and I asked him a question. I said, Ren and YT, hear me out. I said, Ren and YT, why the fuck are you the only person? And then he also told me that, like, Dave was right there, right? And I'm like, why the fuck are you guys the only people that know how to leave me the fuck alone? I just want to be left alone for the whole day. After my stream is over, I'm done, right? And then he started laughing. And then my mom is dead and I don't take meds. I don't take meds anymore. Actually, I haven't been taking meds for the past decade. Thank you. But my point is, right, is I asked them about it and they said, I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know. They approach you and shit about these things. Me, I'll just wait till you approach me. That's just how it is. Right? But Ronnie said a bunch of shit, and, you know, what is it? I told him that everything he said some shit about, like, you know, I just know how to leave you alone because, you know, I know how you've been, and I just want to respect your decision. Somebody wants to finally respect my fucking decision, which I was like, oh yeah, thank you. Someone actually wants to respect my decision of being alone. I appreciate that, right? I appreciate being alone. And what is it? After all that today, you know, my throat started hurting really bad. My headache was still kind of there. All that other sort of shit. And after hanging up, I guess Louie and Chris and Dave hung out for hours. I was just sitting there chilling. Yeah, I was sitting there chilling. I was, like, doing drawings because I draw a lot more now. You know, listen to whatever I like to do. What I truly like to do now. And just relax and chill for a couple hours. You know, my shit was straight. And I remember many hours later, like after, like I was on the PlayStation for a while, just watching videos, you know, Dad started a combo with me. It was a whole thing, right? And, you know, my dad talked about himself a little bit, what he's got going on. I'm not going to bring that part up. I'm only going to talk about, like, what I talked about with myself, right? So I finally me and Dad started talking, right? After he, you know, like I said earlier, he was talking about whatever he was talking about, right? Not going to talk about that. That's not, well, it is important to me, but it's not important to y'all, right? Because y'all don't need to know that. I brought up the conversation of what happened to me a couple days ago, you know, where I wanted to end it all because I saw myself back then, like, there was no point in me if I wasn't playing video games, if I wasn't, you know, able to do these things in games or whatever the fuck. Whatever the fuck I was going through a couple days ago or whatever. You know, all that stuff, right? And, you know, I said that to my dad, and he told me that, like, a lot of things, you know. He told me that, maybe, like, after you know, okay, I'm going to try to word it the best I can because I don't remember word for word, but I do remember, like, some bits of it, right? Because, you know, anyways, thanks for saying my hat's nice, appreciate it. My dad said, maybe after, like, everything you've been through, right, that neuron in your brain for your idea of you actually, like, wanting to play, right, got diminished, right, got severed, right? You like the idea of you wanting to play like video games, like that idea of you going through the struggle all the goddamn time on your video games over and over again. Finally, like that neuron to keep going, to keep pushing through it or whatever, finally like snapped, right? It got disconnected. You don't want to do it no more. You want to do other things. You want to learn other things. You're tired of this rinse and repeat. You want to do something else with your life. You've been doing YouTube for so long, for so many years. I'm talking years straight. To the point that, you know, and it's not just burnout. I wouldn't say burnout because I'm still sitting here right now doing all this right now. If it was complete total burnout, I wouldn't have the energy to even pull up a vlog. Right? And plus, I say it's different because not only every time I pick up a controller, I'm sitting there like I can't even pick up a controller, otherwise my whole body starts feeling shit. It's a whole thing. Right? Your dad sounds like a good guy. Go offline, no vids or games, take a break from YouTube. Thing is, I don't like taking a break from YouTube, and I wanted to find a way around this issue, right? And I already know the problem, you know? But anyways, as I was saying, right, let me clear the air with that. So Dad was continuously talking to me, right? I don't do exercise. I don't fuck with it all that much. Yeah, and yet I'm still really ridiculously or semi-skinny. But anyways, after Dad was talking about my neurons broke, and he was talking about how you're willing to learn something else. You're willing to do something else, right? And for me, I do want to learn something else. You know, a part of me is like wanting to flip the script. You know, a part of me wants to like flip the script, change up, all that other sort of stuff, right? In terms of how I approach things. Because now it's like for the past couple of days, I just been talking to you guys. No video games, other than maybe like some rage comps here or there that I will record and fucking post. You know, all that stuff, right? And voiceovers that I might record that are newer or older. I don't know. I still have a lot of shorts I haven't posted from way before all this and stuff. But my point is I'm willing to change. I'm willing to really be like, video games are just not for me anymore. Or they're just not for me in the moment. Right? Because a part of me still wants to play like Delta Chapter 5 when it comes out, 6 and 7 as well. But a part of me knows that, dude, you're fucking done. You're burnt out. Or not just burnt out, but you get it. You're done, dude. You've done this video gaming crap for many years straight, right? With so many victories, with so many losses. Isn't it about time you put it up? You know? Like, on this channel alone, there were so many times where I've lost, got back up, you know, and it's just, again, the same shit over and over again. By the way, I just want to let chat know, I'm ignoring half you guys. Not even reading half. Because I noticed, when I read chat, and it's not genuine, like, communication, I'm just going to ignore y'all. Because some of y'all in here, I don't know, not all, but some of y'all are adding useless shit. Which is why I'm ignoring half of y'all. Because you're not adding any good input. So, just want to come out there and say that right now. But, anyways. But, back to what I was saying, right? And Dad was saying not only you need a break from YouTube, right? But you're trying to change, and I like that. I also prayed for you out, and I didn't know this part, right? I really didn't know this part, because Dad never said anything before about this, or anything, or any of this conversation, right? Uh, Dad actually prayed for me at one point to seek more knowledge, uh, uh to seek more knowledge and look at different avenues in life, right? And I'm seeing it when Dad told me that. My dad told me that, right? I was sitting there like, damn, I didn't even know Dad prayed for me to actually, like, not only get out of this bind, but to actually go out and seek more knowledge, right? And I remember when I heard that for the first time, I was sitting there like, damn, I wonder what type of knowledge my dad's talking about. Because, like, for a long time, all I've done in my life was kind of play video games, uh, and all this other sort of stuff, right? And because of all the video games I've been playing, I haven't really explored other avenues. And this is where some people might get a little bit more like, oh shit, I haven't really explored other avenues of shit I might like since I've been so isolated from the world, like on the outside, right? Not doing very much on the outside, which is why I also asked my dad if he could help me, like, volunteer for stuff, or maybe have Louis take me to the volunteer center so I can volunteer and see where my skills on the outside will reside. And even yesterday, I wanted to go to the gas station like I did yesterday to go try and attempt to go get a job or something. Just see what I can be outside of this little video game shit that I got going on, right? And I'm seeing it more and more too. Like when me and Dad were also conversating, like, the holes in the walls. I was looking over there, and I'm sitting there like, I think, and I was even in the shower with this. I was like, man, video games have made me very, very destructive. I wonder what would have happened if I never picked up a controller on more of a serious front. If I never really dedicated years to being a gaming channel. I wonder what would have happened. Would I have actually hit walls? Would I have actually been as destructive as as I was, like I was starting to think about that. And even in the shower, I was thinking to myself, like after the whole conversation was over, I was thinking to myself, just, I am very destructive. Video games have actually made me a worser person than if I hadn't played. Like, and it took me a long time to realize this, because keep in mind, back then I was still in that loop of, no, I'm not that bad when I'm playing video games, but I clearly am that bad when I play video games and stuff. I am that bad at video games. Really, I mean, not at video games, but I am that bad when I play video games. I mean, not only how destructive, I mean, think about it like this, right? How many Wii games, when I was playing and when I was so angry all the time, how much shit did I destroy? We can have a whole tier list of how many things I destroyed when I was playing video games on this page. There are so many times where I've sat there and destroyed a disc because the game pissed me off that bad. Or there were so many times where I sat there and not only broke the disc, but I fucking punched a wall. Super Mario Brothers 3. I threw my tablet at the fucking window to Super Mario Brothers 3 stuff, man. That shit would never have happened if I never played it that day. Or never would have happened if I, didn't do that, right? So, it's crazy to me that, I'm taking a minute to, realize that, like, everything I have done up to this point, in terms of, oh yeah, no, I already know Dutch, I'm not reading half the chat, they're just giving me views at this point by spamming all their garbage. So, I appreciate it. To those who are generally watching and giving me genuine critique back, thank you. But everybody else, thanks for the views. Right? Thank you for giving me views. But yeah, like I was saying, right? Yeah. And then I started comparing the two too, right? Like me versus hanging out with my friends and playing video games and doing all that stuff versus when I'm by myself. When I started being more by myself and focusing by myself, right? I've become so different. I'm way more quiet. I'm way more to myself. I do other things instead of just sit on my ass all day. I actually try to use my brain in different ways. That's what I mean by don't sit on my ass all day. Is like I use my brain to go out and maybe clean, do the dishes, take care of my dogs, go do fucking something different, right? All this other sort of stuff. I realized how different I actually am from when I'm playing video games. You know, when I played video games, bro, all I did was sure I was nice. Most of the time I tried to be nice. Shit, I'm still sort of nice now, but the point is sure I was nice, but I was extremely angry all the time because I'm always sitting there like struggling with the fucking game in question, and I always have in the back of my head, you know, I always spend, hey, I like that Super Mario hoodie that you got on, man. I am a fan of the movie and the video game sells myself too. Hey, I'm glad you're a fan, man. I'm happy you're a fan too, because I'm a big fan of Mario too, man. Mario's been my childhood forever, man. It's been my shizzle forever. But back to what I was saying, like when I'm not doing any of that, and I'm mainly focusing on myself, it's good because, it's good for me that I'm not focusing on all that. Because, and it's funny, because, and this is something I noticed too. Yesterday when people told me to go out and get a job, what the fuck am I doing here? I mean, let's sit here and think about it, right? I've been doing YouTube for the past, 10, 11 years, right? A lot of people say YouTube isn't a job. Am I making money on YouTube or not? Right now. Like, let's just be so honest, right? Am I making money? Not from this video right now. Tell you that, because I didn't put the green dollar sign on it, right? But literally for the past 10, 11 years, I wasn't making money for that long. I was making money for maybe a year now, which is crazy to think about, that I started making money on YouTube just over a year ago now. It's been a year and a couple months, right? Right, but what I'm trying to say is I noticed a lot of people tell me this, right? Hey, go out and get a job. What do you think I'm doing right this very moment? I am literally working every single day of my life. It also is my passion at the same time. I am working on YouTube all the time. All the time I'm working. I'm already working. And I know people might be sitting here thinking, Alan, you're not working. You're sitting on your ass talking to a camera. Millions of other people do it too. And nobody gets on them for doing the exact same thing. That's the funny part. And people say YouTube doesn't take skill. YouTube doesn't, there's no such thing as skill on YouTube. There is skill on YouTube. Not everybody's going to be adapted to being on camera right out the gate and start talking to it. There's going to be people like scared. You know? People are scared to be on camera. They ain't going to know what to talk about on camera. There's a skill in you being on camera. There's a skill of you dealing with all this shit, tolerating all these comments, all this stuff. There is legit skill in that. Hey, and people say this, right? It's not a job. YouTube is a job. Shit. If YouTube wasn't a job, don't you think not as many people would be on it? Or maybe use it as some type of side hustle or side piece to get the dough? I would say this, right? If you make money from it, it's a job. And I would say YouTube is a job. To some extent. Usually, I don't really consider it one. I just consider it's a passion for me. And I just fucking do it all the goddamn time. Because I think it's easily one of the funnest things to do in my time. Right? But, bro. But for most people that are on here, actually, matter of fact, probably most people you watch only treat it as a job. There's no passion behind the channel of what they're talking about, probably. There's a lot of people that are passionate about what they talk about on the channel, right? And actually are genuine. But there are so many people on here that are only doing YouTube for the money. Right? I'm just saying. Y'all might not like my point, but YouTube is a job. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what everybody says, right? YouTube is a job. And I know a lot of you guys are yelling at me right now. Hey, thanks for the views. Thank you for the views. I'll be the same energy right back at y'all, you know? Thank you for viewing. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. You guys are putting this video in the algorithm. Once you start making money, it's a job. Oh, I'm already making money. I am making money on YouTube. I can tell you that now, bud. But chill the fuck out. You'll be okay. Just get away from this. Bro, he has donation muns. Goofy. But anyways, as I was saying, how are you making money? You don't have a lot of views. Just because I don't have a lot of views doesn't mean I don't make money. Plus, there are multiple ways you can make money on YouTube, right? Not only just through ads, but if people donate, or if people join the membership, or if people, like, you know, join your Patreon, or people donate to the other places you're allowed to donate. You can do so much things to make money from your YouTube. And honestly, I have people that are members. I have many people that have donated, right? And I have a lot of people that actually genuinely give a fuck and actually watch my ads. And I thank them all the goddamn time. Shit, I've gotten paid from YouTube a couple of times already. And like I've mentioned before, YouTube is very flimsy with its payments because some days you can make way more, other days you don't make that much, right? But anyways, Dachi, let me tell you something, bro. No doubt, bro got money, and that's good on you, but you'll be better off without games, but, you know, everything in moderation. Would anyone need a prayer? I'll pray for anyone here. Let's be honest, you hopping on the game later, lol. No, I am not. Sure, people might assume that when I jump off camera and be like, oh, I'm not playing video games anymore, and then jump back on games. Nah. I find different ways to enjoy myself. I don't want to just do that anymore, you know? I just want to, like, pull away. Plus, if I even tried, everything starts hurting. Like, my brain starts hurting. Fucking body starts shivering, starts sweating immediately. I'm talking like, I really don't need to go back. And plus, you know what's good about some video games, actually? The fucking music. Fuck playing. I'll just go listen to the soundtrack right now. I'll go listen to the soundtrack from the goddamn video game. Fuck this shit. You know? Like, I'm just saying, bro. Make music, dog. Get 'em. Hey, I have a question. Would you rather consider being a blacksmith? You know, that makes traditional Japanese katana swords? Never thought about it. Join construction. You'll make a bunch of money. They need people right away. That Mario Bros. OST is fire. Exactly. Like, why play video games when I can just go to their OST, blast them, and enjoy a good time? While drawing in the process, too. Like, drawing the characters or doing whatever. Because, like I mentioned before, what I mainly like to do now is, instead of just playing and interacting with friends and stuff, right? I like being by myself. I like whipping out my pad and just drawing, right? I started falling in love with drawing again. Back then, I was like, bro, I stopped drawing because I wanted to focus on video games all the goddamn time. I needed to make the next video. I have no time to do this anymore. And it's like, wow, it's kind of funny too. The amount of excuse, I don't care what console. You know, if I was to play on a console, I don't care what it is. I would play it anyway. I don't discriminate against a system. You know, if I was to play, but I don't play. Matter of fact, in my time, I played all three. I played all three of the big boys. I played Nintendo, I played PlayStation, Xbox, even Sega. I played all of them. Back in my day. Dude looks like an Indian with autism. I do have autism. But anyways, back to what I was saying, right? Is I like to just sit and draw and be in peace of mind. You know? True peace in mind. Not no false peace of mind. Being like, oh, I'm falsely happy. No, I'm genuinely happy when doing those things. You know? No fucking nothing. Just chilling. I like that. But, do you have any training like martial arts or sword fighting? My learning Japanese martial arts from samurai swords? No, I do not. Yo, I'm right. Lol, I called it. You called what? But anyways, back to what I was saying about life. I'm enjoying my life, you know. I'm starting to understand myself a lot more, and I'm seeing all the excuses when I used to play video games, like all the excuses that would come out for me to do other fucking things. It's like, wow, there are so many excuses right now. Let me play Deltarune for like 5 hours. Or let me go play fucking Super Mario Brothers 18 for like 24 hours. I don't need to draw or go on walks or actually, take care of my body and do all that shit. I don't need to do any of that. Fuck that. I want to go play video games in the room all goddamn day. Don't need to be doing that. Matter of fact, right after this, I could be going outside. Matter of fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. After I'm done here, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to go enjoy my time. Right outside for a bit. Hopefully it won't rain and stuff. But I'm going to go outside. I'm going to enjoy my time. You know. I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go enjoy nature. I'm going to go enjoy life. That's what I'm going to do. Right after I'm done with this vlog. I got it, bro. But I wanted to mention all this stuff to you guys because, I kind of felt like we need another video. We need another vlog. Because I love making vlogs. I love making vlogs now because it's better for me just sitting here talking in my normal voice, just talking to you guys about stuff that's going on in my life, than trying to multiply that by reading comments, by doing the shitty video game on top of all that, trying to focus on all three of those things. It's shit. When all I need to focus on is just chat and other things. Bro, I got autism. You don't. gotta be all weird. You can tone it down. It's beneficial to manipulate normal people. What the fuck? Autistics have high capacity to learn and use that knowledge to adapt. Which is why I'm trying to learn and adapt to my current surroundings to not be how I was before. And currently want to go find something else to do outside of the house too. Because I feel like at this point in my life, being a 23-year-old, I feel like I definitely deserve to have something outside of this goddamn place. You know what I mean? Like, because I also did bring up volunteering to my dad. Because I did talk about this with Dad, and Dad said, I don't know about volunteering, because keep in mind, right, my dad has to work. My dad not only has to work, when he comes back home, he has to do school, and then school work, because he's in college and all that stuff, so he has to deal with a lot. So it's like, fuck. And he was talking to me about it, saying, not only that, but he was also saying, like, when you volunteer, Alex, for stuff, what you gotta do, right, when it happens, right, is you have to go there every single day of that said day of the week. You know, whenever they need you to volunteer, you need to go this amount of time, spend this amount of hours over there. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, that sounds about right. Let's go do it. You know, let me go ahead and go do that shit. Let me go figure something out, you know. Because don't get me wrong, right? I understood why I stayed the way I was. You know, I understand why I did the things that I did, but at the same time, no more. You know, you're getting older, it's starting to get fucking stupid, and I think Dad didn't say stupid, but Dad also mentioned, like in the earlier conversation from before, not the volunteer, but before that when we talked more serious, he was saying, I think you're also, like, your brain is changing, you're molding, you're growing, you're becoming something greater. You know, you're going from a kid mind to more of an adult, how an adult would think about things. You know, you're not thinking the exact same as you once were anymore. And that's something I'm proud of, because I'm seeing, like, bro, okay, one of my greatest examples, by the way, of this is I see how my brother acts every goddamn day, right? And my brother's older than me by a year, right? And I'm seeing him, like, have the time of his life with, like, Ronnie and Dave or Aaron and shit. And I'm like, yo, why is this motherfucker so loud with it, bro? Actually, instead of saying that, this is what I said. I said, bro, this is how I was when I was making those gameplay videos all the goddamn time. For all those years, I acted exactly like he does on the video game. That's what I was doing, man. Because I'm using him as a live, like, sort of reference to this, to my own actions. That's how I was, bro. How come he is not seeing that it's a problem? Doing that the way that he is. You know, screaming, high energy. But the thing is, when Louis does it, right, it's not always negative, right? The thing was, when I was doing it, like, most of the time, it was negative shit. There were times where it was positive, but a lot of my time was more negative. Louis has, like, a more positive into it, or just, he's just fucking loud in general, right? And I know I'm loud, too. I'm still kind of loud whenever I'm on stream sometimes. My voice gets a little bit louder than normal. But, I'm noticing that, like, over time, that it's like, dude, I want to change, like, my whole thing, bro. Like, it's a whole thing over here. Like, damn, bro, it's a whole thing, bro. But anyways, that's how I got my personality. Also, try sound frequencies. They are sound frequencies to after your brainwaves. You also have to pause and pretend to care about what people say, lol. I actually give a fuck about what people say to me. I'm not gonna be an actor and pretend to give a shit. That's soulless right there. That's soulless activity. That is not me. I give a shit about what everybody says, right? Or not what everybody says about me, but more like what people that are in my circle, family, homies, I give a fuck about that. I'm not just gonna sit there and be like, yeah, that's crazy. I'm not gonna sit there and do that shit. Fuck that. What's good, Void? Most people say things that are predictable. Predictable how? Predictable patterns that you can give advice. Oh. Gotcha. I can see... Oh, I can see that a little bit somehow. But back to what I was saying, right? About that, using Louis as a real example and all that stuff, right? I give solid advice, not giving a shit. No, I give solid advice, not giving a shit. That's the advice right there. But, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm using Louis as an example because, you know, I know how he gets. I know how he is as a person. And I want to be better than that, you know? I want to strive to be better than, like, not just Louis. I'm not trying to just be like, oh, I want to be better than Louis and not him specifically. I just want to be better than that version, you know, of myself. The gameplay version of me. And just move away. Like I mentioned before, I want to become a more quiet, a more calm, a more relaxed version of myself. And that's exactly what I am when I don't touch those shitty-ass video games. That's exactly who I am. Exactly who I am. And it's crazy how it took me so long to realize that, dude, that version of yourself is right there. It was always right there. Right there. It was always right there in front of you. No, I have to play the new Silk Song video game. I have to. Bro, who is that right there? You want to be this version that makes tons of excuses just to go play that video game. Once you're done with it, life just feels empty? Or do you want to be this guy right here? Right? And be relaxed, calm, reserved, you know, more productive thinking self right there. Do you want to be here or there? You know what I mean? But, video games are the biggest problem amongst young dudes. I would say, depending on what age of that young dude. And then complain about life. Get off the internet and don't play video games and you'll be fine. You are perfect the way you are. You just gotta find your audience. Hey, do whatever you want. Lol. Guys with decent social lives don't have time to play video games. That's true. Yeah, fuck what others people think. I want banana pudding. Yo, banana pudding actually sounds pretty flames right now. I ain't gonna hold. And no, it's not just what other people are thinking about. I get that. But that's what I wanted to mainly try to get across. Is that's what I'm understanding now, is that there's a difference. There's a massive difference with me when it comes to when I played versus when I'm not playing. When I'm socializing versus when I'm not socializing with anybody. And I prefer to be the latter. The version right in front. Where it's like I'm not talking to nobody. I'm enjoying my life. I'm truly enjoying my life. And I'm not trying to say I don't enjoy my life when I vlog and shit. Definitely do. I definitely enjoy my life when I vlog. But a lot of motherfuckers are just trolls in here, which I'm starting to notice. I'm taking notice of that. And I'm ignoring, like, most of them now. There's no point in really banning them. Just ignore them and they'll eventually leave. But anyways. The people who tell you to fuck what other people think suck at life. You have to pretend to at least give a fuck. You don't gotta get anything out of life being a hermit. Should I stop making the game if you're not gonna play games anymore? Like I said, it's a little different, but I say my situation's a little different because it's like a part of me does still want to play, but if I play him back there, we're just gonna say him over there. You know, him, little video game Alan right there, saying all that shit. Versus somebody who don't. Matter of fact, I think I might want to learn as well, like after this vlog too, is I might just go out and, I don't know though, like, maybe try and attempt to learn how to draw maybe better? But I don't know. Honestly, a part of me was thinking about just learning how to draw better. But a big part of me as well is just learning that just accept your drawings for what they are. They don't have to be peak. I don't care. They don't have to be like groundbreaking or earth-shattering. Just, if it's yours, respect yours, and all that other sort of shit, you know? Respect your art and move on. Who gives a shit? But quit talking about it and be about a picture. Draw a picture already. Yeah, let me draw a picture. I don't have my notepad out here with me, but I'd probably need a more stable surface to really draw on, because I don't like drawing on my fucking legs like that, because they kind of fuck something up if you draw an incorrect balance or whatever the fuck. But that's my point. It's like a white boy thing to tell you to be soft and be yourself in the real world. Being accepted and having connections is major for personal growth. Got you. Just draw, dude. Look now. Look at my drawing. Now look at my stuff. Now look at this. I'm gonna roll a blunt real quick. These people complicate life. Life isn't complicated at all. Life is... honestly, okay, I'd say this, right, about life, right? I feel like life... because in a lot of ways, I feel like life can be all around, right? For some people, it is legit complicated because of the situations they got themselves in. Like financial, or mental, or a physical situation, or maybe a bunch of all three, right? So life can be complicated, / can get pretty bad for some people, right? But then you have the other half, where it actually is, life is really good, life isn't complicated, it's simple, you're making a living, and it's all that. It's kind of like a yin and yang. It's kind of like a mix of both. It can be very complicated / pretty damn bad, or maybe the worst, but it could also be really good and simple. So I feel like it's kind of like a big, perfect, I don't know how to explain it. It's like it could be like a big, oh, damn. It's both. It's both. That's what I want to say. What kind of pictures do you draw? Life is very complicated unless you think simple. That's also another way of looking at it. That's fair too. Hold on. That's why you have a... okay, hold on. Let me actually read this. Nigga, go 6 extra chromosomes or whatever the fuck. Okay, that's why you have a lot of these losers on Reddit who live there, complain about life, see a therapist for every little thing. They just don't grow up. They're being sheltered. What kind of pictures do you draw? I draw... oh shit, it actually is raining right now. Look. It's raining. Raining a little bit, so yeah, I gotta go back inside now. It's raining. Hold up. Thank God I'm going back inside. I'm gonna show y'all what type of stuff I draw. Though I'm currently not done drawing with one thing, but we're gonna get there someday. Oh wait, I should probably still have this out, actually. Oops. Oh yeah, perfect. Oh. Let me see. Life is very complicated unless you... Oh yeah, I read that one already before I came inside. Bros onto nothing. Okay. A lot of these complications these Westerners have are self-inflicted. Look at the 60s. Free love movement. It led to a lot of bastard babies who committed crimes in the 70s and 80s. Damn. I study stats for a living. Oh, you do? Oh, that's cool. Do you live in the ghetto? No, I do not. But this is the type of stuff I like to draw, right? Like Saints from Undertale and stuff. I like just focusing all of it on Undertale and stuff. Love just spending that time drawing Undertale stuff. You shot some pockets, who cares about that? Be more realistic. I don't care about realism. I'm high as fuck. Literally watched this for the past hour. But yeah, pretty much... This guy is a boss. But yeah, pretty much... All I really do is just, we got the Tism in here, huh? Pretty much all I draw is Sans. Well, I mean, I also draw other characters, but I mainly draw Sans. And it can look better. It looks like the hands are in him or behind him. But also, I think another reason why I don't really draw all the time is I remember back then, right? This was, I think, this is one of the... My brother is sleeping over there. Yeah, he sleeps right there. I fuck with you, bro. You cool, bro. Appreciate you. But I think one of the biggest reasons why I don't draw, right, a lot is because I think whenever I used to draw and people would criticize, right, I think I used to take that to heart. And then what would happen, because I remember, I think one of my biggest drawing crash outs back then, and, no, he's a heavy sleeper, that's why, is he fine? See him, he's the GOAT. Yeah, is he fine with him being on the screen? Louis does not give a fuck. I've been streaming for 10 years, he's been in my videos 10, 11 years, he's always there. But what I was gonna say was because of, like, I think, like, you know, criticism I would get about my drawings, because I used to, keep in mind, right, I would, basically, I would be not really believing, right, in myself. And because I used to have, like, I used to doubt myself 24/7, 7 days a week, all the goddamn time. That's what I would do. I would just sit there and doubt myself all the time, or / not believe. So when someone criticized my drawing at the time, thing that I actually was very passionate about, you know, it would kind of destroy me inside. And I remember, like, when Dad says it isn't 3D, like, this isn't impressive, this is flat as fuck, or something like that. And it was like, at the time, I think I was like 12 to 13. And keep in mind, I was nowhere near where I was today in terms of go rub your no thank you. Sorry, I can't, not gonna do that. I used to clown you for drawing, my bad. I didn't know you took it like that. Well, no, like I said, this is how I was back then, right? My cat right now. Well, hush, man. Go somewhere else. I swear, you do that just to piss me off. Bro, life is short. Do everything you love and do it with confidence. I have a little bit more confidence now, but the point is, right, is I didn't have that confidence. So when Dad told me about that, you share a room with your bro? Yeah, I do. Since this is like only a this is only a 2-room apartment, I really have no choice. But what I was gonna say is ever since like Dad told me that, right? They got a roof over their head, bro. I'm about to say that's really what matters to me. I got a roof. But what I was gonna say was, right, and because I was like 13, such a little kid at the time, yes, I do know about Jesus. I do know about him. I do know what he did for us and for all of our sins, and I try to be as best I possibly can, for him. Because of what he did for us, it's only fair to respect him back. But anyways, as I was saying, right? I was 13 at the time, and because Dad said all that shit to me, I really took it to heart, and nah, he's good. Louis good. But, or at least I think he's good. Look, okay, but anyways, I took it to heart. I tried to learn how to draw 3D, and I remember I couldn't process 3D drawing at all. That's why I stay flat, because I don't, low-key, it feels like I can't advance. Because I just never understand, like, I don't know, I never understood it. And I remember I had one of the biggest freakouts of my life where there was paper all over the room. There was the book just slammed and thrown across the room. Like, you could just hear it for miles. And all that stuff. I hate it. I hated trying to draw in 3D or make the drawing pop out, right? And for years after that, I would draw, but it would be like the flat stuff I would like to do. I love just enjoying the flat drawings. I also don't give a fuck about shading. A part of me just does not care. Like, if I only do it to the best of my ability, not really to improve. Which I'm starting to notice now, because it's like slowly, I like doing it, but I just got back into it after being away. And this is also another reason why I don't draw anymore. Is because since I could never really advance my skills in it, / comprehend how to do it, that's why I never really did it again. And then every single time after that point I would keep drawing, I would always crumble it up, throw it in the room, because I'd be so frustrated about my art, because I wouldn't even like it. No, I do not do that stuff, but I would hate it because it doesn't look like the character, so I would hate it, and I would skirmish it, I would scrap it, and that's why drawing and I have become very distant. And that's why I would always sit there and play video games instead, because playing a video game was easier for me than figuring out how to shade, figuring out 3D art. Like, fuck drawing if I could just do YouTube and games. YouTube combining it with games. If I could just do that instead of this stupid art shit, because that was my mindset back then. If I can just do that, boom. That's what I want. That's what I would rather do. I wouldn't just fucking, do all that other sort of stuff. I would rather just do the whole video game and YouTube thing. not YouTube and talk, you know, all that stuff. But as of late, I've been jumping back into it, you know, drawing my shit out, but keeping it flat and really just doing it my way, only my way, and it's only for me, you know. Do you make a sketch first? Nope. I hate drawing like that because whenever I draw, I always already know what I want to do. I don't just sit there and be like, circle, circle, right? And then, oh, I got circle, lines, all this stupid dumb shit. Literally what I do when I draw is, I'm like, okay, I want to draw Sans. Bet. I already have the skeleton look I want to go for. I already have the jacket type stuff I want to go for. Pants, shorts, pants, whatever the fuck Sans wears. Same shit. Or if it's me, fucking goofy ass hair, face, smile, hair, all that stuff. I already have the entire vision done. In my head. I already have it done. Ready. Put it on paper already. Get it done. Listen to some music. And all that other sort of stuff, get it out there, done. Done with the page. Done with all of that. I don't watch porn or any of that stuff. Thank you. And I don't really necessarily care about getting the hose. Because I feel like getting the hose and all that shit is stupid. You should draw Sans and Papyrus. I've only drawn Sans. For some reason, I've only been comfortable drawing Sans over Papyrus. Never drew Papyrus a day in my life. I don't know, just something about Sans. I have been, I only ever cared about, I mean, I'm not saying I don't care about Papyrus. I love Papyrus, but for some reason, just Sans has that, like, that, I don't know, he gives you that extra oomph to draw him over Papyrus and stuff most of the time, or all the time. I don't know, just how I personally feel. But yeah, if I want to draw Sans, look, hey man, I get your bedroom talk or whatever, but literally I do not care about any of that stuff. Okay? And if you talk more about it, you might get banned. So, just want to keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Like, I am here to talk about what I got going on. Are you talking yourself out of being an artist? Art should be about you. Well said. Start stencils of your character's body, arms, and head. And then just pump out pictures like production line. Well said. Thank you. I know I said that 2 or 3 times, but yeah, very well said. Because it's annoying. Just hearing that from, like, bedroom talk. How does this feel? How does that feel? Pussy this, pussy that. It's like, oh my god. If that's all you care about, go do it yourself then. Like, if you want to do that stuff so bad. I'm just saying, go do that. I do not care. Like, Jesus, why do you keep involving me in that shit? That's another thing I don't understand about people is when they involve me in stuff I don't want to be a part of. Like, they don't ask. They just kind of drag me to be a part of it. And I'm just like, let me be. Let me be. But anyways, let me go ahead and start. Your room looks like it smells like feet and ass. The only reason you're dissing me now is because I spoke to you in a factual manner, and that's the only reason you're disrespecting me right now. You can go ahead, Lloyd, if you want to. I'm thinking of Undertale Yellow. Oh, shit. Also, one thing I did notice about myself is um, one uh, I'll take care of it actually. There you go. Okay. How do you do it? You click over their username and then you should have options to time out and stuff. That's what I do. Since I'm on a mobile device. PC, it might, you have to like hover over their shit or something or click their thing. I don't know how to do it on PC. All I know is how to do it on mobile. But anyways, let me... Um... I actually can draw sands a lot faster now, too. Yep. Draw a lot faster now, or at least somewhat faster. Louis, yeah, if I drew Louis, it'd be like... Okay, ignore that. But, uh... Wish I had a, let me see if I have a better eraser in here. Need a better one anyway. Because the one on the back of pencils are alright. Wait, is that black? Oh, damn, I didn't know I had a dark blue in here. I should have one. Where's that thing that looks like gum? Fuck, where is it? It's over here. Did it? Is... There it is. I'll say, where are you? Here it is. It's a weird one, but... Do you play PS5 or PC? Neither. I don't really game. Well, I do, but I don't. Like right now, I'm not. I'm just not even doing it. Oh my god, this ain't probably the best one yet. Funny, I am learning like new techniques when I continuously draw sins. Like I used to draw the hoodie like all spiked up, but now I draw them completely differently. A little bit. Just a smidge different. Like how I do the hoodie is different now. It's like this weird cloak, weird hoodie thing. There you go. I'll darken it out. Oh, okay. And plus, if I played, I'm not playing with people ever again. I'm only playing, like... Well, I mean, it's not that it's only people. When playing video games, people are the problem. It's even playing video games by myself is also a problem. So it doesn't matter if it's with somebody or not. It's a problem. Whenever I play. Hence why I'm putting them down in the first place. On. Didn't do the eyes yet, but... So far, this is what I have. And basically, I would sit here doing this all the time. Sans the skeleton. Oh, shit. But, that's how I would, like, start drawing them. And I would always listen to, like, Megalovania, because it kind of gives me that, like, oh, shit, okay, let me just continue doing this. Because I like doing this over and over, and that's how I, like, draw them out. And then I also add, like, as you notice in some of these, let me show you another one, for example. Let me put the pencil back here, though, so I know where my current drawing is. One thing I really loved adding to say, I'm not even done with this one, actually. I need to get this one done, more blacked out. This is a new one I made yesterday. Um, as you can see here, it's Frisk about ready to murder Sans, and it's basically about like the beginning of the fight from Undertale Genocide route. But I also love adding like the blue flame to his eye, just like other fans like to do it. Really started seeing like why fans love it when they have the blue flame around Santa's eye. It's really fucking cool. I love that detail. I love it so much that I just do it. Like whenever I get the chance, I just do it. This is an eraser. I don't know why I keep it in this wrapper though. It's kind of weird. But anyways, I think I'm basically about ready to end this vlog too, since I basically am done of what I'm saying, and I have an idea. Since you do voiceovers and I draw, what, like drawing voiceovers and stuff? Yep, see ya, broski. Yeah, it has been an hour 20. I don't need to vlog any more than this. I'm good. I'm basically going to do another one tomorrow anyway. I don't know what I want to talk about tomorrow, though, so yeah, we'll figure it out. But until then, guys, I'm just going to continue doing more drawings here. Let me know what you guys think. I'm still going to upload voiceovers and all that other sort of stuff. That's my brother behind me. You saw the Sans TV comic books? Sans TV comic books? Sans TV comic books? No, I haven't. If you're talking about, like, Sans TV comics, like, how he does his videos and stuff, like, takes other people's dubs, voiceovers them, like, different pictures and stuff in their stories. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I could do that. That sounds like fun. Yeah. That sounds like fun. Maybe I could do that. But, anyways, like, comment, subscribe, favorite, enjoy the video. Share the video, maybe, if you want to. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Whoops.